Cool. All right, recording. Starting over because why not? Failing forward. Just as we all know, can everyone see my screen right now? Yes, cool. Just found that a lot of us, when we first start coaching and just first even dive into our first fitness challenge or group or whatever it may be, it can be very, very scary. You can be like, what the heck am I about to just do? Like, I'm just about to start a new program, have no idea what I'm doing. And that goes in the same respect as what coaching is. It makes you feel very scared and all the other things. Today, I actually looked at a picture in my office and it said, and I thought it was so perfect, but if you have the courage to start, you have the courage to succeed. Just truly understanding that starting something new is very scary, but you all have to start somewhere. And I know both myself and Becca and other top coaches in this company have started somewhere and had to grow. So like I said before I started recording, we all have sucked. We probably still have a little bit, but that is okay. Being scared, when I first started coaching, I was super unsure. I had just started, but had zero idea what I had gotten myself into, besides the fact that I know I needed a fitness routine, some nutrition help, and a community to fall in for support. Because that was one of the biggest things that's changed how I've been able to stay consistent. And that's what a lot of people need. Not a lot of people need more gyms. They don't need more yoga studios. Don't get me wrong, love all of the yoga studios in the world, but you don't always gain that support that you've gained with this community. When you first signed up as with your first like challenge group or fitness program, whatever it was, you were probably so stoked to see so many people in there crushing their workouts, and you're like, I got this too. It makes you stoked and amped. And that's kind of like the backbone of like what we do as coaches, is just truly help people. When I first started coaching, guys, I had probably 400 and some followers. Not a lot. I know I feel like I'm going on a different rant on my bullet points are all over the place, but that's okay. Again, failing forward. But again, I started off with hardly anything, and I knew that it wasn't going to help me by just sitting there and being like, I don't look like her. I knew that I needed to create my own story or share my story that I have, so that way people could relate to me, and that way I could connect with the people that I wanted to connect with. I think it is truly important just knowing that you have the power to create your team, but also just your fitness family and like helping the people that you truly want to connect with. Failing forward. So again, you can see in these, this is like like the third picture I took ever as a coach. There's nothing wrong with this picture besides the fact that there's not a lot of clarity. You can see my dog and a yoga mat. But also I will zoom in really quick. That was probably my first call to action I've ever done as a coach. And it was scary doing it because I didn't even know what a call to action was. And I was so vague, blunt, didn't tell anyone anything besides the fact that I had my partner in crime, and it was week 3 is done. Monday is the start of our Shreddy for Fall challenge group. Who's ready to jump on board? Like, that's great. And it was scary posting that. And still scares me even posting things sometimes, to be completely honest with you guys. But it's that one post that I put up there that's helped me progress to further share my story with a better sense of value. Adding things in besides just my fitness, with hair, with my dog, with the van stuff that we do, adding other things in there that people can relate to will help you. Growth, not with my following, but with myself, has been one of the other bigger things from when I started. I didn't really believe in myself fully until I started finally going into personal development and understanding what I needed to shift in my mind to be able to help not only other people, but myself to go further into my own fitness journey, not with just fitness. And again, that goes back to adding more value in my life, but other people's as well. It does, of course, always help when you've started your coaching business to start interacting, engaging, connecting with people, and starting to follow people that you would be friends with in real life. Like, don't go follow people you wouldn't. That does help you, but that's not how you can go about sharing your story. If you, how should I say this? Let me revert back to when I first started coaching and I was a scared person. I would hold my phone up, not with this because I didn't have one yet. I suggest them, they're great. I would hold my phone up and I would talk into it and be really scared, timid, and shy with what I was trying to get across because I felt like I didn't know what I was truly trying to help people with right off the bat. It's really scary when you first do some of your first like talking into your phone. I feel like it's gotten a lot easier for a lot of people because of what we're going through right now and Zoom and things like that. But being able to speak to your people, showing your face, sharing your story on your Instagram story can help in so many different ways. A lot of people, like my husband, tells me I talk too much nowadays, but he says he clicks through a lot of it. But someone's listening to you. There's someone out there that is connecting with you and understanding where you're at. And they might just finally realize one day that because you showed up there and you wanted to share your story that they could relate to, that they want to work out with you. They want you to help them get fit. They want you to help them get unstuck. So again, you have to be very open about your story and not be afraid to show your true colors. I was 100% afraid when I first started because it's freaking scary. You don't want to be judged by people. You don't want to let people down. You also feel like, I felt like when I first started coaching, I needed to already be perfect. I don't know if anyone ever feels like you need to be like, have the best results of my life and sharing those things or that you're the happiest person ever. We all have our bad days, but everyone else does too. And if you can share those, and I don't mean to draw like have you draw negativity with sadness all the time, but it's okay to tell people like I just had a shit day because my tire blew on my car, but I'm thankful I had this person that came and helped me change my tire though. Like, show people that you're a real human. Being scared is good and failing forward. Again, I wish I could share some of my first videos. I'm sure Becca wishes she could share some of her first ones on her stories. But they're not, they were good, but you only get better by continuing on moving forward and helping people. Remember, guys, we believe in you. We truly, truly do. I wouldn't be here today if I didn't believe in these programs, these products, the community, or anything like that. And especially the team of ladies that we work with. If I didn't believe in it, if I didn't believe in you, I wouldn't be here. And just know, again, we have to fail forward. knowing that when you first start coaching, it is scary. It's not going to always be easy, and you don't have to be perfect. Okay. Wow. That was exhilarating, guys. I always talk so fast because that's the end.
Check the chat.
Chup chup.
Check the chat.
Check the chat. Oh, I'm gonna stop sharing and check the chat. Oh, hey Maria. Didn't even see you get on. Get comfortable of being uncomfortable. Questions. What are some tips to get over that initial scared feeling and sharing your story? I think by just doing it. It's really, yeah, just freaking do it. I think that's like my one tip. My second tip would be in what you mean by like sharing your story. Do you mean like speaking into your stories on Instagram and things? Okay. What I truly like to do now is I write out 3 bullet points in front of my face on whether it's on a piece of paper or on my computer screen on the notes, just 3 things I want to speak from my heart. So like the other day I wanted to talk about my Mayhem project for May, my boot camp, and I wanted to talk about how you shouldn't have excuses because I created a hybrid calendar with 0 equipment. And again, it doesn't have to be related to a boot camp, but again, you could talk about like X, Y, and Z on your bullet point list. That has helped me so much hound in on talking into my camera and getting the point straight across without saying like, but, hi, that kind of thing. So I would say bullet points definitely help, but just holding this phone in front of your face, doing it, putting it down, let it go. I don't look back at my stories until the next day. Don't do it. Sometimes I have looked back at mine and I thought it was really funny, and then Colin said I wasn't, but that's just whatever. Any other questions? Kind of have to take a breath and press post. Yep, you definitely do, Becca. I agree. You learn from doing it. 100%. Maria, do you have any questions? I don't know when you popped on.
No, I can't think of anything right now.
Okay.
I'm just kind of in the middle of doing laundry, and I was like, oh, because I went on Facebook and I was like, oh, it's not on Facebook. So I missed most of your talk.
No worries. I did go through relatively quick, but I did record it as well. So we will be able to post it up within 24 hours. So you'll be able to catch it.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Becca?
I don't know. I don't want to overlap that sounds.
No, overlap me.
Well, I just wanted to share about how sometimes it helps to think about our reason for sharing. So we always want to be intentional with what we're sharing, whether it's in a post or in a story. So like Lindsay was saying, I might go and talk on my, yesterday I went and talked to my story because I wanted to share how I was feeling after finishing a program. Because if you finished a program, you know what an amazing feeling that is. And so that's something that, I wanted to convey. I did go on a tangent, but it happens. But also with posts, it can be really scary to share the whole truth or even a portion of your truth because it's not pretty, or it might make some people uncomfortable. But I want you to think about your why and why you're sharing it. And usually my why is because I know I am not the only person struggling with X, Y, and Z. And me and Lindsay are great examples that we're not, and Beachbody in general is a great example of that. That is true. There's so many people that can use these tools in this community. But yesterday I had somebody message me and say, I think I reached out to her doing follow-ups yesterday, and she said, I actually, no, I don't want to join right now, but I did want to tell you that I was able to talk to my boss yesterday about taking a leave of absence from my job for my mental health. And I just wanted to tell you that I was so inspired by your strength and you doing that I had the strength to do that too. And so like, think about like, yes, we are helping people with like health and fitness, and that is primarily our goal, but like your scope and your reach is so much more vast than you realize just by sharing something that's going on in your life. And was it scary for me to share that I've taken a leave of absence from my job because of like something that happened to me that I had to? Yes. So scary. I like hesitated on sharing that so many times, but because I did, I'm helping other people have their own strength in their different battles. So I want to share that because that was really impactful for me.
Yeah.
Thinking about the future of why am I sharing this, right? What is my purpose in sharing this? It's not just like white noise. Don't be another coach that's adding to the white noise on Instagram. Share intentionally with a purpose to reach that one person or those 5 people who are in the same boat that you're in.
That was beautiful. You do so good at presenting and speaking. I must learn from you.
I'm a therapist. That's what I do.
Oh my gosh. You do
Yeah.
so good. What's the message? Who am I trying to reach? At Marissa #bar. What does that mean?
I finished my first program.
You did?
Yeah. On Friday.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's so freaking exciting. I try to keep up with everyone's stuff on our My Challenge tracker, and sometimes it's a little bit confusing in there. Can't lie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's simple, but I can't follow everyone.
Yeah, it's hard to like get the scroll all the way down, but
Yeah.
But
I'm so proud of you. That is freaking amazing.
Yeah,
I love it.
I wanted to like dance and just like tell everybody, be like, I did it.
And I honestly, that would be something like with how much excitement you have, that would be an amazing thing to share with people because people can relate to things that bring them joy, whether it's finishing a fitness program or cooking their first cake. Like someone's going to relate to that joy and excitement that you felt when you finished that freaking program. So yeah, that's freaking amazing. Yay. Any more questions? Anyone? And that's okay if there's not questions. It's not a bad thing. We just want to make sure that we're here to help you and we support you and believe in you. All the things good. Post ideas. Is that what you're asking me, Becca, or are you just...
I was seeing if anybody was struggling with like what to post, you know, when to post, like what should you be posting weekly? What are things that, you know, what posts kind of posts move your business forward? Those types of things.
Yeah, all of that.
All of that. So some things, I know Becca's kind of on the same train with this. You know, she has a little bit different of a schedule, but she does transformation posts on Tuesdays. So Marissa, I bet you have an amazing transformation. That could be a great one for Tuesday when you plan that out. And people love seeing those. And again, you don't have to have a complete program to show progress either. You don't have to wait until your program's finished to do it. You can share progress every single week if you want to. You can even show transformation photos not via a program. You can do a face-to-face one of you. You can just do a flashback of back then to now, just showing confidence, things like that. Also, I know on Wednesdays, Becca does Social Worker Wednesdays. Fridays, I typically will do like a hair hack Friday since I'm a hairstylist, things like that.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed with Lindsay's Hairstyle Friday. They're amazing. I'm like, help me.
So
But
you
like
can
you're
think,
in the market.
yeah, and you can think of things that are, I guess a couple things that would help move your business forward is, of course, transformation posts, but that would again be like a Tuesday thing. You should always kind of keep that around there, or Sundays, whatever. But just adding in things with what you do with work in your day-to-day life. If you've been reading a really cool book, you could always share a little bit of that book insight from that. I mean, do you have dogs? You can share maybe like tips for walking your dogs and picking up their poop because no one likes to do that. Like, just little things that can bring people joy and light in them, but also not feel like you're just always constantly hounding in on fitness, health, and nutrition and things like that. Because you don't want to be that person who's like, come join my fitness, come join my fitness. I learned in a training that you have to jab, 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 punch. So you jab, jab, jab with value, 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 and you punch or hook with a call to action. So something that you could invite them to. So that way they have interest and value lined up before your call to action for like your next boot camp or whatever it may be, or mindfulness for mornings and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I also want to add that like something Carly talks about that is helpful, because I think we all get a little bit of anxiety of like, what do I post? What do I post? Like, because it's just like beating a dead horse after a while. Like, fitness, join my fitness group, look at my fitness program, like look at my shake. It can get a little bit boring. Or just like, again, we don't want to be white noise.
No.
But what she always says that I have found really helpful is she just shares like what is on her heart that day. So like if she doesn't feel like she has like anything like fitness related, like that she needs to post about, like a call to action, she will share like what's on her heart. And that comes off so much more genuine, and people connect to it so much more than like, a perfected post. And I know that it's probably hard right now because we're in quarantine, like what do we post? We're in quarantine. Post about that. Everyone's in quarantine.
Yeah. Talk about it. Cool. Does that sum up everyone's tip tats? Any other last questions about anything about being scared, sharing your story, failing forward?
I don't think so.
It's okay if I see you, Maria. You're like, It's okay. You don't have to have. Maybe someone already asked your question.
Oh, I'm sure we'll all hop off and be like, oh, I have 4 more questions.
Yeah. Don't let fear stop you. Use it to light your fire. Yes, Brenna. Love that.
I don't
Cool.
have any like cute pictures or like, I don't know. I just feel like I don't have any like good pictures to post with what I'm trying to say.
So, do you feel like you're only just taking selfies?
They're all like of my dog.
Why don't you? Does your dog what kind of dog do you have?
He's a 9-week-old golden retriever.
Oh my gosh, cute. So you can like hold him really tight, right? My
Yeah.
suggestion would just be to go outside or be in front of a window in your house, prop your phone up with a candle. Haha. You can set a timer on your camera phone. I don't know if you know how to do that, but you can do it. It's like 10 seconds or something really cool. And my suggestion would just grab your dog and just let it be super real and talk about how you got a new freaking dog and how much joy or what is horrible about having a puppy. They chew everything. And you could ask someone in your post, like, how do you get a puppy to stop chewing on stuff? And then that would get people to help you, but also engage with you as well and show that you're a real person and that you don't have all the answers.
Oh, okay.
So that could be a cool idea. I mean, you could even do a really fun picture of you and your dog playing with a tug rope, because I'm sure a 9-week-old puppy would like a tug rope.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. So instead of just your dog, set your phone up on a timer and just get it to snap a picture of you with your dog. And that's a great way to get like engagement because it's not just you. Yes.
Okay.
I also just had a really good idea too. You can take video or pictures of different spots in your videos. So like if you're doing a dog post, you could just like prop your phone up, start a video, and then go back through and find cute
Ooh.
pictures.
Yeah.
Or like if you're like, oh, I want to try about like different poses and stuff, like you can do the same thing.
Nice. I had no idea.
Yeah, and then like dogs are so great right now for quarantine. So like you could talk about how like he's been getting you to like get outside more, right? And like I mean I can relate to that. I'm sure well Lindsay lives in like the middle of nowhere, so it's not really fair. But like you know, like I live in the city. I'm sure it's like a lot of people do, and like I have to get outside to walk my dog. And so yeah, like if you have an iPhone that's like less than 4 years old, then it takes pretty good photos. So like I just encourage you to like get in your like most cute outfit or like workout outfit and just like have a photo shoot. You can get some content, go outside if you have anyone that'll take photos of you that you feel comfortable like just like my boyfriend has officially just become like my photographer. And he like gets bossy now and he's like, no, don't go back to that. No, what is that pose? Do this. And so it's kind of fun. He gets into it too. Sometimes he's like, I don't want to do this, but whatever. And if you don't have someone around to take photos, use something to prop it up, figure out what your best angles are, right? And just take a lot of photos. I probably have a photo session like once a day. But
I don't have that many photo sessions.
My photos are good though. Like my photos are really good. But I encourage you, any of you who are watching, to go back into me and Lindsay's first photos and see that they weren't so hot.